Had to stick to my basics, and also it was a good snap and a good hold from Tyra Road and Jeff.
It looked like basically you had good rhythm going. Kickers, is that something you look to get into? Is getting into a good rhythm?
Basically, every kick is the same, and you have to just make every kick the same, no matter what. If it's an extra point or 50-yarder.
So you're feeling, obviously you're feeling pretty good.
Yes, sir.
So what has been the biggest difference in the transition from kicking into
Yes, sir.
What's the biggest difference?
The guys are taller and faster. They build those small.
It looks like you've got pretty good as far as the 50-yard line. What's your longest field goal?
51 in the game just now and 63 in practice.
Sir, it does feel really good. We just came out the locker room. The team is really excited, and we're just going to keep this thing going.
Well, obviously off to a great start, and so are you this year, sharing time in the backfield with Jordan Tice and Dozie. Well, tell us about the start today, because obviously 2 touchdowns in the first quarter for you. You get the kickoff to start the game. You march it down the field in the end zone. Tell us about the first TD, the short run.
The first TD, we were in the red zone, and they gave me the play, so I just put it on my mind that it was time to get in. But I can't take all the credit. Those offensive linemen did a great job plowing the way, and I just was able to slide in right behind them.
Well, it was a short run, but it looked like you were patient, though. Is that the case?
Yes, sir. Playing at a running back position, you have to be very patient. Although I am a speed type of back, that's one thing I had to learn from the previous backs that were here before me is patience. So I definitely got tested with my patience today, and I think I came out on top.
Well, then you got to use a little bit more of your speed with a 16-yarder. Tell us about that touchdown in the first quarter also.
I was feeling in the zone on that 16-yard touchdown. The play that they were calling was good against this defense that we were up against today. The receivers did a great job blocking, as well as those offensive linemen too. And again, I just used my speed to get in the end zone.
All week they've been telling me to get flat. I finally got flat on the ball. It honestly just came right to me. So if I'd have dropped it, man, it'd hit me square in the face.
So defensively, do you guys think you pretty much accomplished what you set out to do today?
No. We wanted to put a 0 up there, man. Our coach being here today, Coach O, so we did all right, but we didn't want to score out.
Well, not really, They did take advantage of some of the mistakes that we made, which is what they're obviously supposed to do. But overall, it's a great team, better than what I expected, and I'm just looking forward for the rest of the season.
All right. Tell us about this quarterback-looking pick that you made in the second half. Tell us about that interception.
Well, I just had man on him, and I just saw the ball in the air. He kind of had a scoot on me, so I tried to speed up, and before I know it, I looked, and the ball was blessed in my hands.
Well, it looked like you played it perfectly. You weren't looking back until basically you had to, and then did you just spot it at the last second?
I spotted it at the last second when I saw his eyes go in the air. I knew the ball was there.
For sure. In the red zone, 7 field goals is great, but at the same time, as an offense, we need to turn it into a touchdown. So it's going to be good film for us to learn from, and we'll focus on it next week, and we'll correct any mistakes.
What do you think the problem is? It seemed like a little out of sync today. Can you pinpoint it?
It's hard to put a pinpoint on it. I thought our guys up front played pretty well. We'd always come down to one play, we'd stall out, or we'd go backwards, and we'd shoot ourselves in the foot. So really, we're only going to hurt ourselves in that. But it's going to be good film tomorrow, like I said, and we'll get it good.
Well, you guys script early, and you couldn't have got off to a better scripted start as you decided to take the ball after winning the coin toss, which I don't know if anybody does anymore, but you guys did, and it paid off.
Yeah, that's Coach Higgins. I'm proud of him to have confidence in our offense to get down there and score and take the ball first. So, it was good to go out there and score early, and we had a good first half, but we got to finish the game for 4 quarters.
You know what? I thought we played well for 3 quarters. I think that if I look at both sides of the football, I thought that offensively we executed until we got down into the red zone. We had too many drops. Their game plan, it looked like to me, which we've not seen on film before today, really was to put everybody in the box and play some man coverage on us. And when that happens, you got to be able to get loose. And we feel like we have the receivers to do that, and the quarterback to make the throws. And I just think that, like I said, I think we moved the ball well in between the 20s. Just didn't execute inside the 20. We had 3 penalties in the first quarter that really hurt us, that led to field goals. I don't know how many drops we had, maybe 7 today. That's probably the most we've had. I know that's the most we've had all year, maybe the most we've had in quite a while. So that was the thing that was disappointing. I thought defensively we played well. I really do. I thought our defense played well, our starters. And we took them out early in the third quarter. I mean, there's about 5 minutes left, and we started subbing guys. And, give those young guys an opportunity to play. And they didn't do a very good job. They didn't finish the game very well. They got their opportunity, and they didn't finish the game very well. And, I wanted to get Brent in there. I wanted to get him in there into a situation where he wasn't just handing the football off all the time.
How invaluable is that, though, to get those guys out there and experience? Because you can't recreate game experience in practice, can you?
Right. At the end of the day, that was my thought process and the whole thing. Number one, I was upset with how we were playing offensively. Number two, I felt good about how we were playing defensively. But I also wanted to get some guys, especially, they were blitzing us a whole lot. And, Tyler, he was down on the ground a lot today. And, I just didn't want to keep him in there. I know what Tyler can do. I wanted to see what Brent can do, and it's just going to make those guys better. There's going to come a time when those guys might have to play, and today was a good day for them to get their opportunity. Now, some of them made the best of it, some of them didn't.
How do you think your freshman quarterback did in the short period he was in there, although it was more than a quarter?
Right, yeah, I thought he did fine. I think that he was nervous, of course. One thing we need to do as a coaching staff when he's in there, and Brent's a smart kid, but we need to make sure we take all the pressure off him and let him just go out and play. He doesn't need to be checking. He doesn't need to be changing the plays right now. We need to control all that. And those are the things that he's not real comfortable with yet. But I thought he played well. I mean, he threw a great blitz throw to Kowalski over the middle. We had our second O-line in there at times, so protection broke down. As you saw, he was able to move around, make things happen, and that's what he does, So I'll have to watch the film and see, but I think he played good, for his first time under the gun.
Yeah, he made a nice move to avoid a safety, too, that would have been big in the fourth quarter, it looked like. So.
Yeah, I tell you what's fun, when you get in a game like that, too, you're kind of wanting to get the clock moving and get out of here. And they just were putting everybody up in the box. I wasn't just going to beat our head up against the wall and just run the ball. I mean, we needed to continue to throw a little bit, with Brent in there, and we had our second and third unit wide receivers in there, letting them get some opportunities. So, rhythm at times broke down there. I was just disappointed how we gave some touchdowns up there in the fourth quarter. That I was never really worried about making it close. It was just one of those things that just makes you kind of upset when you go in the locker room after, even though you are 5-0.
Isn't that what good teams do, though? Not play your best, not be at your best on a day, but still, have enough to win?
Well, I don't think that way. I think coming into this game, we were ready to play, and I thought we came out and played the way that we were capable of playing. If you go back and look at that, we got off to a fast start. We took it down on our first drive and scored, got in a rhythm offensively. The thing that was hurting us is that we had the 3 penalties there in the first quarter, and we had some drops. We had some opportunities to even put some more touchdowns on the board, and we just didn't connect. Eck threw a couple bad passes, and then, as I said, with the drops. So I was proud of how we played the first half, from an enthusiasm standpoint and how we took the field. And it was just a little bit disappointing there in the fourth quarter and right there at the end of the third quarter. But hats off to our kickers; they got worn out today. No, and 7 field goals, that's 21 points. Think if we just score on half of those.
Yeah.
That's the disappointing thing about it, is that we didn't execute when we needed to in the red zone. 7 field goals, man, that's great. But
well, you mentioned, you script when you come out, you have told us to start the game. And what a script, because it's the first time in like forever I have seen a team win the coin toss and actually want to get the ball.
Yeah, we, the wind didn't really play a factor today much, and we just felt like we wanted to get off to a fast start and, get in a rhythm offensively, and we were able to do that.
Yeah, obviously, you take it right down and score, and in talking to, some of the coaches and what before, it's kind of been a tough week with Coach Rodriguez earlier this week, and Damon Lease was up there doing our color today, and let people know exactly the conversation he had with Oscar. Heard he's doing pretty well, but obviously your thoughts with him too this week.
Well, I definitely are. Oscar's such a vital part to what we do here at Emporia State, and he's already been through some adversity over the summertime and at the beginning of preseason camp, and then he gets kind of knocked down with he had to have surgery Thursday morning, and not very many people know about that. And looks like everything's going to be fine, which is great. Our thoughts and prayers are definitely with him and his family, but he's in good spirits. I know he wanted to be here today, and we talked about it as a football team the last 3 days, and we look forward to getting him back, and he will be. He's a tough individual, and we'll get through this thing.
All right. Well, congratulations, 5-0.
Hey,
I like the sounds of
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Look, I'm upset about a few things, but at the end of the day, we're 5-0. That's the way I look at it. So I'm glad to finally be able to get mad about a few things when there's been times where I've been mad, but we've lost a game. So 5-0 sounds good. We just got to keep it going, improve on it. We got to go out on the road this week, a tough one to Southwest Baptist, and get better.
Congratulations, 5-0. Good luck next week.
Hey, happy birthday. Have a good night tonight. You guys going on a date tonight?
Sure.
What are we doing?
Got to.
Huh?
I don't have any big plans.
I don't
yet.
put you on the spot. I
Well,
want to interview you.
you just did. I tell you what. Get a hold of my wife. Say, hey, what are we doing?
Well, happy birthday.
Coach, thanks.
All
I
right,
appreciate
you
it.
bet.